Hey guys, I'm Michael Brett. You're going to watch our introductory podcast about Empower Your Empress and what we can do to help your relationship.
Tell me, who are you actually trying to help? Who do you help?
My overall goal with what I'm trying to do is, what I really want to do is reduce the number of fatherless children in our country. I believe that probably the biggest problem in our country is all of these fatherless kids. I mean, I can't really get into that. That could go on forever. What that has caused, the number of problems that is causing. How I'm doing that is by keeping couples together. Okay, if the couples are together, the dad is around.
Is the criteria that you have to be in a relationship, then divorce, and then actually get together finally?
No, okay. It's not. It's not. What I've found with the program, there is value there for everyone. Everyone that I talk to gets something from the program. They get something from the book. They get something from simple conversations. The material that I'm using that we go over, it adds value. How much you get, how much value really comes down to where you are in your relationship. How much value do you need?
What kind of problems are we seeing, like, you know, when people come to you? What's like kind of the most common ones?
What's always sex is sex. You know, that's when men really start paying attention, is when their sex life is getting starved.
Jerks.
Terrible assholes, you know. But and I ain't even call him a jerk, because, you know, her sex life's starved too. You know, she's not saying it. I mean, maybe she is. Maybe she's telling her friends. She's not telling you like you're telling her. But
yeah.
And she wants to pretend like she don't care, like that's not a priority. But it's there. What was the question?
I forgot.
Okay.
No. Why do people usually come to you? Like, what's like the biggest thing that people come to you for?
It's usually I'm trying to catch these guys before they commit suicide. That's what's brought all of this on. That's what spurred all of this is, and it's in the book.
It gets real, right?
It's
Problems get real, and then sometimes solutions just look like there's only one.
Yeah. So the purpose of the book, the purpose of the program, if it does nothing else but give you enough hope to not take your life, then it's done its job.
Yeah. And it gives you, because I've heard you say, it gives people the knowledge and the power to pick things back up, to maybe get out of a relationship, or to stay in a relationship, or to get out and start a new relationship.
Right. All of those things. It depends on where you're at, you know.
The bottom always sucks.
Yeah. And I'm hoping to catch people before the bottom. But it's also, you got guys that they're on the verge of getting a divorce. They don't want to get a divorce, but
they don't want to go home.
They don't want to go home. They're
home sucks more than not being home. Yeah.
And they've tried this with their wife, and they're getting nothing from their wife. And they've tried it with a counselor.
Why is it not working?
Well, I can take my program has one approach. I can only, for one thing, we cannot control anybody but ourselves, right? So a lot of people who read my material think I'm bashing men. Why are you so hard on men? But what good does it do to be hard on something that you can't control? It doesn't do us any good to focus on her at all, because we can't control her. Mm-hmm. Maybe if you get lucky, you'll say exactly the right thing once or twice that strikes a chord, but that's not.
Yeah, it's like hitting the lotto.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. What can we control? We can control our actions first and foremost. We can control our thoughts. That's a little bit harder, but you got to start reframing the way you think. We can control our words. And there's a lot of that in the program on controlling your words, learning how to control your thoughts about the way you see yourself, the way you see her, the way you use your words, the way you interact. will change the entire dynamic of the relationship.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the old sayings is, if you got a problem with somebody, look in the mirror.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're just feeding off of you. You're hearing what you're hearing as a result of the words you're using with them. Or,
yeah.
You know.
So what makes you qualified to do this? Like, are you a therapist? Like, tell me a little bit about that.
I am not a therapist. I don't have to be a therapist to do this. This is not couples therapy. Okay.
It's only for one side of the party.
This is for, there's a lot of women who love the material, and but I don't. I'm a man. I see things. I feel like I could, if I tried to help women, I would reach a lot of more hurdles. From the man's side, I have this thing boiled down. You know, in the book and the material, I've worked with a lot of people to put this material together. You don't even know this. I've had a couple psychiatrists go through the material and make sure I'm not putting out trash, you know, and no, everyone really sees it. They really see it. The frustrating part to me so far is I can't get anyone to finish the fucking book. They come to me with a problem, and 4 weeks later, they're done. And I'm like, dude, finish the book. I'm trying to change your life. I don't want to fix this one problem. If you finish the book is truly transformational if you will finish the whole program with me, the book and the program. And we work through this together. It will transform. People, they get short-sighted. They've already paid me. They're done. Anyway.
They fix their solution. They don't want to put in all the work. But if they put in all the work, they would get a lot more results, right?
Correct. Yeah, it'll last forever. So I'm gonna have to word it. I have to change.
You're gonna have to keep track of who got to the highest page number. Yeah. So tell me more about the book. I mean, so what's it called? And then you have a program too, and you have a program that uses the book and you. So
correct.
Why do I need you if I have the book? You know, tell me about the book. What's the name of everything?
Okay. So we're all in different places in this journey. There is a book. The name of the book is going to be, right now I'm working off my manuscript. It'll be on Amazon soon. The name of the book is going to be What She Really Wants, I think is what we're going to name it. But a book, that book, the difference between the book and the program is that a book is just informational. We've all read books. How much information do you remember from those books, right? I mean, there's just information in that book. The program is transformational. Okay, the coaching program it's one-on-one. I take hours per week out of my time, out of my life, to figure out how we're going to adjust your life to get you what it is you want at the end of the program. And I won't take on just everybody either. It's
sure. What
you want is going to have to fit who you are, who I am, and be.
See if you're willing to put in the work, right?
Right.
So I don't want to interrupt you real quick. So with the book doesn't come with accountability, does it?
Yes. Yeah, it does. Well, no, yeah, you're right. There's a place to be accountable. Yeah. But there's nobody holding you accountable but yourself. If you had that level of discipline, we probably wouldn't be on the phone right now. You know what I'm saying? We probably. So there's a lot of good stuff in there. The difference between the book, back to the book, and why this is working so well compared to other stuff is that book is only half full. So you're buying half a book. So you're getting, I actually owe you half your money back once you buy that book because it's only half a book. But I've done it this way on purpose because there's only one expert to you, okay? That's why I said it don't matter if I'm a therapist or not. I could have every degree there is, and there could be a team of us over here. There's only one expert in your life, You're born a man. You are a man. All the tools that you have, that you need to give her what she needs, you were born with them. Okay. The book is just a tool that helps you clear the fog, connect with your manhood again. And so much of the fog is the problem. It's the bullshit, the
head trash.
Yeah. But the way the book works, why it works so well is in the program, we use the book, we go through the material, and there are exercises in the book. So every week there's a topic, a crucial topic that maybe before that week you even realized, had no idea why it was so important. Well, to her it's very important, and we're going to go through this topic. We go my words, my experiences based on 17 years of living with the 3 different women that I have lived with, based on years and years of experience dealing with my friends and everybody else, and just life experience. There is no substitute for experience, and I've got a lot of it. So we take my experience. You're going to go through that experience, you're going to read it, and at the end of the chapter and throughout the week, there are action steps for you to take. This is where it becomes transformational and no longer informational, because my experience don't mean shit to you. It's your experience. So let's look at your experiences that you've had. And there are very specific questions that we go through, and you have to write down how you feel about these topics right here. How you feel when she says this one thing. We identify this thing, whatever it is that's tearing you up inside. We're going to identify it. We're going to handle it in this book, and we go all the way through the program together. And every day that you're in the program, you have a little bit of work to do. It's not, it's 10 minutes in the morning, it's 15 minutes at lunch, it's 10 minutes at night, and you do a little bit of reading. But at the end of the program, you've filled out all those blank pages.
I'm thinking she's going to be happy because she sees I'm trying to work on something.
And that'll get her by for a while. That'll get you laid for a couple times, But what you're saying is true. But we get caught into that shit. We make some changes. Things roll along nice.
You quit the book.
5 or 6 months, quit the book. Yeah, or she takes it. But she's going to be happy about that. But what we're doing is a lot bigger than getting you laid a few times for the next 6 months. This is going to transform the way you do everything, the way you see everything. And by the end of the book, you've written yourself a plan, something that you never had. No one ever gave you. No one ever told you. And the why you have to do it that way, because I can give you my material, but that's still just a book. And who knows if that fits your life. But by the end of the thing, we through your writing have developed a plan that fits you as a man, that you can use for the rest of your life, for every relationship that you have. And a lot of that, what you'll pick up, doesn't just apply in your romantic relationships. It just applies to everybody you talk to. But
I'm excited to hear, people to finish your book. And then sometimes in programs, people want to do a course again.
Right.
So I'm excited to hear someone that did the book twice and see what, because you're always going to get something different out of it.
Yeah.
We always forget about the questions or the answers that we gave, or the questions or the answers might change depending on where you're at in your life. You know?
Yeah.
So actually repeating the course isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Oh, yeah.
I know a lot of people that take courses like that, and they take them more than once.
Yeah, absolutely. So with the coaching program comes another book that I use. And I read that thing every year or two just to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Or if I catch myself, there's a chapter in there that talks about the word I. All right. I is one of the most used words in the English language.
Joe said the word was like.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like. One of the chapters in that other book, and something I also work on. And if you notice how much someone says the word I, it's just kind of if I catch myself saying it a lot, that's some self-accountability for me. Why are you focused on you so much? You know, imagine how much different the conversation you had with somebody, how much different it would be if everywhere you use the word I, if you use the word you instead. Just think about.
I'm trying it tonight.
Completely.
I'm doing it tonight.
Completely different conversation,
Yeah.
and I promise you.
I mean, we're doing it tonight.
You're right. It's a completely different conversation, and at the end of that conversation, that person likes you a hell of a lot more than they did if you're sitting over there saying "I" so much. So that the book, the other book, it's How to Win Friends and Influence People. It comes with my coaching program, and I encourage people to read it a lot.
Cool. So what's the difference? Well, let me go back. Not what's the difference, but sure. Do you work with couples?
When I work with couples,
because you're not a marriage counselor.
No, I encourage the woman to just stay out of it, because
this is going to get a lot of comments.
Okay. If she's meddling in it, that's part of the problem anyway. The whole program is about who are you as a man? What does it mean to be a man? When are you in your positive masculine energy? It is that. I mean, that's half the program. Is are you the man she needs? How do you become the man to get the girl that you want? Not the girl you want to settle for, the girl you want. How do you become that man? How do you become the man that she wants, that she's never told you about?
How do you get her to tell you about the man she wants?
You give her, that's easy. I mean, it's a good question, but it's a very important question. I mean, I can just address it, but it's you're right. You take the coaching program, you go through my program, and you become the kind of man that she's going to tell you everything that she ever wanted. I mean, it's going to be easy. And that's a big part of the problem. Right? The open and honest communication is not there.
You think this is just like an American U.S. thing?
I doubt it. I mean, I doubt it. It's definitely culture affects, culture affects everything. I think it's all around the world. It's in the history of everyone. This is just a difference between men and women. American culture. Well,
so this only works on American girls. I'm just joking.
No.
I'm just picking, yeah.
No, go for it. No, this will work everywhere because it's what women really want is what I am offering to teach.